Hello, hi guys, welcome to another episode with me, Shashank Udupa. And in today's episode, we're going to talk about a recent company that had gone out in an IPO last year, is now finally breaking its range bound trend and it's now doing a breakout. And this stock is not only good from a technical standpoint, but is also looking wonderful from a fundamental point of view as well. So today we're going to do that. It's one of the top broking firms in India. So I want to know if you guys can guess this stock in the first half of the episode. So let's see who can guess this very well, right? So let's not waste any time. Let's get into the deep fundamental analysis of this particular stock. Now, this is one of the top broking companies in India right now. It is in the top 5 of all the broking companies and it's also growing significantly fast as well. So we're going to look at that. Fundamentally also it is a beautiful gem. Technically also it's a beautiful gem. So we're going to look at all of that. What does this company do? Basically this Indian stockbroking firm was in 1987. It got established at that point and has approximately 8,500 sub-brokers across the region, right? As per CRISIL, it is also one of the top largest retail broking houses in India. Now what we're going to do today is we're going to also look at the revenue streams. How do these broking companies make a lot of money? We're going to look at all of that as well, right? Now, if you look at the stock right now, it has been trading in a range bound pattern from a very long period of time and now finally it has broken that range bound pattern. It did a small breakout, has retested currently the breakout. So now it's very interesting to see if we can take a buy position. The next upside will be around 20-25% gains, right? Because this has been range bound and also a very big company has also taken stake in this as well, right? I think Vanguard had come, emerging fund of Vanguard had also come and taken a massive stake in this company. So this looks good from all angles. That's why I wanted to quickly come out and do this video. Now, again, guess the stock. The stock is currently trading at 13,000 crore market cap. That's approximately $2 billion market cap with a current price of 1,684. If you look at the stock P ratio, it's around 26.7. Good ROE and ROCE. Why? Because their margins are obviously great and they're operating only on technology. So they're doing really well from that perspective. So let's look at their quick I hope anyone could guess the stock. Let's see who could actually guess this stock in the comments, right? Now, finally, let me reveal it. Almost there. So this is the logo of the stock. I'm still doing a bit of a tease. Basically what they do is they offer free research and advisory. They do margin trade funding. Basically you are doing futures and option trading. You need margin to do that trading. They basically fund that for you. They also take your securities as collateral and do that as well. So F&O trading is possible with normal equity shares as collateral. And they also give you the first year of AMC, which is annual charges that they take, is also completely free, right? Now this company is basically called Angel Broking. Yes, so this company is called Angel Broking. I'm going to talk about that. It's a broking firm and they have different type of platforms on their thing. They also have a mobile app. They also have a normal web app. This is how they integrate with other digital components. Like for example, they integrate with Smallcase, Streak, Sensible, Vested and a lot of other people as well. Right now, coming to creation of value in the business process, right? Apart from the financial resources that they're doing, basically they have good money in the bank account as well. They can also start growing really well. They have good products and services. And the funny thing is there's already companies like Zerodha, Grow, Upstocks and all these guys doing really well. But these guys are entering in that space and now doing extremely well and they're trying to take over the market share as well. So you're going to see what is going to happen. And also these guys have been there in the space for a very long period of time. So strong brand equity is also there in this company, right? And they also work with competitive pricing. Now let's look at all of that. In 2019, they launched a flat fee trading plan. Okay, it was called Angel iTrade Prime. And in 2020, they came out and launched on the stock exchange. Okay, we'll go through their financial and look at their stock market runway as well as how they've come out after the IPO. And finally, they've crossed 4 million unique demat accounts. 17.6% market share is in demat account. Fourth largest broking company in terms of NSE's active clients. Number 1, number 2, number 3, Zerodha, Grow and Upstocks. Number 4 is Angel One at this point of time, right? Now, look at the growth of demat account. I'm doing a quick sector analysis. Now, if you look at the sector analysis, obviously after COVID, a lot of new demat accounts were opened. That's why you saw stocks like CDSL also doing really well. Now, this has definitely grown right now and these guys, like the new guys that have entered the market, will continue trading over a long period of time. Maybe the volume will be less, but we have definitely started continuing trading, right? And this is also creating more people to come and open demat accounts. So the penetration of demat account in India is now going up over a long period of time. If you look at the chart over here, in FY13 it was 1.7 and now it's 4.1. Eventually we'll reach 10%. So this is a growing trend and the more accounts that are open, the more volume that is there, the more money they make. But let's look at where they make money also, right? If you come to the growth opportunity, India is very low with respect to China and USA with respect to the penetration of demat account and the amount of people actually trading. So India is still getting there because financial literacy, people like me, people like other YouTubers are coming and teaching you guys about finance, and more people are coming and trading under the market, right? And where is the addressable market? 15 to 64 years of age is the massive, obviously the main component. Under 15 years also people are trying, but let's see. Either way, let's look at the other thing as well, tapping the untapped market. Okay, now where is the market growing? How is it growing ASAP, right? Now if you look at the entire market that is happening, most of the new clients that have come from tier 2 and tier 3 cities, not from tier 1. So the actual growth is coming from the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. We all think tier 1 is where the game is not there, right? So if you look at the tier 3 growth, it is 10 times growth has happened. Tier 2 growth has happened 9.9 times, whereas tier 1 has only grown by 4x. So actually more people are coming in that range. And look at the median age of people. The median age of people is anywhere between 29 to 30. So this is what there is, and more young people are coming into it, and you'll see a declining trend over there. All this is very useful information for everyone. Now, how does their business look like? Let's look at how Angel One's business looks like. Most of their money obviously comes from gross broking, which is the broking services. Some amount comes from interest that they get because all the liquidity that they currently hold, depository distribution and other. But the revenue split that actually comes here is F&O is 74% and cash and carry is 22%. F&O is basically futures and option is where they make more money. So the more intraday traders trade on this platform, the more money they make, and that is true to everyone. Even for zero, the F&O traders is where the money is, right? Equity mein utna money nahi hota because we buy and keep it for a very long period of time. Now, active client base is also improving. It's around 3.1 million for them. The expanding market share in the NSE active client base is also growing from 4.9 to 9.7. So they are doing massive strides in that perspective, right? Now, let's look at some beautiful company financials. Income growth has actually gone up quite significantly. Profit growth has also gone up, and I'll show you properly, right? Profit growth has also gone up in the last 5 years. ROE and ROC is obviously doing really well. EPS growth is 194%, so that means EPS is also growing well. That means dilution of shares are not happening. PAT margin, which is profit after tax, is also good at 23%. So we're going to look at all of these things. Now, we also did a quick analysis with respect to the DCF calculation. Okay, so when we look at that, what it says is the expected return. It's showing that 20.48 projected annual return using this one. We've done that. It says that the expected return should be 4958. Okay, currently the stock is trading at 1600. So even from a method of valuation, it looks slightly undervalued and can do really well. We also went out and checked the research reports. When we looked at the research reports, there was a research report that had come out by HDFC Securities, which said that they are reiterating Angel One as our top pick in the broking space and maintaining a buy rating on the stock to 1770, which is a 21x multiple on their September 2023 result. So all of it looks interesting. They've also got heavy investment from the foreign portfolios as well. FIIs have invested, DIIs have invested. They've also done a small breakout from the range. Now, if they retest and come back, it'll be sad. But I think from a long-term perspective, if you're holding for a very long period of time, then it looks very interesting. Again, please do your own research. This is some small research that I have done. And please thank Debjani for doing such a great job on this. And this is not a buy or sell recommendation. This is only for you to understand the fundamentals of a particular stock before you even think about investing. Now, let's quickly look at the technical analysis here. So I'm looking at the daily chart for first, right? If you look at the daily chart, this was the breakout period where they actually broke out. They created like a weird cup and handle format. They broke out here. It's currently now retesting this 1648 wala line. But if it starts continuing an upward trajectory, it should go up to 2000 rupees, right? Even if you look at a weekly angle, right? If I go back and look at a weekly angle as well, see this, it was trading in this range bound again in the weekly angle. Again, it has broken out in the weekly angle as well. So in the weekly time frame also, it has broken out. So from both angles, this looks well. It has a positive sign going forward. And if you want to quickly look at whether it is undervalued or overvalued right now, look at the average median P ratio. The average is around 24. Currently here it was trading below it approximately on March 11th. Now it is currently trading at 26, which is slightly high, but again, it's not very high if you look at the long-term perspective. Coming quickly to the profit and loss. Year on year profit and loss looks very good right now because it's growing. Here there was no growth, but from here there is a good significant growth and a small degrowth over here. But if you look at the quarter on quarter basis, there is massive growth coming constantly. right? Proper quarter on quarter growth is happening over here. Good margins they're maintaining. Net profit is also growing. EPS is also growing. So this is something you can keep in your radar, right? Because this does look good. This does look very interesting. And also they've recently broken out from their range, right? So looking at both fundamentals and technicals, a small allocation is very interesting over here, right? To see how this will start its journey and what it will do. So this was a very quick video on the entire Angel One network. Now, coming back, guys. So the broking industry in India is now becoming one of the biggest industries in India. We have top four guys, as I mentioned, was Zerodha, Grow, Upstocks, and now, for example, Angel One is playing in this arena. And it's not only these four players. Brokers are also partnering up with a lot of other players like Vested, like Small Case, like Streak and Sensible and all that, right? To enhance the participation of retail investors. Now, I want you to tell me, will this retail participation continue even longer? Like in the next 5 years, do you think there's going to be a massive growth or a continued growth where the penetration of stock market investing is going to become more? Because if India is going to start investing more, if there is going to be more micro penetration happening at tier 2 and tier 3 cities, then growth of these companies are confirmed, right? In fact, growth of CDSL also would be confirmed at the same time. So I'm only looking at the future perspective. I do not live in the present. It's like 3-4 years. How do we connect the dots today? And looking at this looks like a very interesting stock that you should definitely check out. Again, I hope you guys like this episode. It's a quick episode about a stock review. If you did like it, put your comments below on what next you want me to do. Which stock do you want me to review next? I look at the comments and only then come and do such videos, right? So click on the like button, also subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Bye.